what are some things when it does come to raising money, or if you're a passive investor, what are a few things that you should know before you decide to give your money to this sponsor, general partner?
That's a really good one. Over the years, I've developed 4 rules that I try to talk to passive investors about, right? Because they all want to make money in real estate, but now they got to figure out, okay, first of all, they figured out how it fit in their life and they realize they don't want to be the operator. They want to be the passive investor. Okay, if you're going to do that, how are you going to figure out who are you going to give your money to? How do you figure the situation out? My 4 rules basically, rule number 1, you got to make sure you invest with somebody with some experience. You just do. There's a lot to learn in this business, and we don't know what's coming around the bend next. We just don't. And you want to invest with a senior management team that has been around the block a couple times, right? And is pretty well positioned to solve whatever problem's coming next. Second thing you want is, and this kind of comes along with that, is a track record. We've got a 25-year track record. We hired Verivest to go out and vet our entire track record so that when I send it to you and show you what our track record is, it's not just me saying, trust me, we did well. No, somebody else has actually looked under the hood. I think that's important. The next thing I want people to do is think about transparency. Make sure that whoever you invest with, and the best way to figure this out is to talk to people that have invested with that firm before, but you want to be able to talk to somebody at the firm that actually can give you the real answer about what's happening. We do quarterly reports that includes a P&L, a balance sheet, a rent roll, all that kind of stuff on a regular basis. And we give them a narrative. This is what's actually happening on the ground. And then we do our monthly Real Deal webinars too to help to continue to provide information. But that transparency is important. And the last thing, and this one's harder to figure out, and that is you want your sponsors to put their investors first, right? And so the only way it's harder to figure it out because you got to look at the terms of the deal and you got to see who's making money when. And what you don't want to do, basically, you can ask yourself this one question, and that is it possible for that sponsor to do really well and you not? If the answer to that question is, yeah, it's possible, then you need to really think about that, right? Because you're giving them your money and you don't have any control over it anymore. And you want them to only do when you do. I just think that's the only fair way to approach that. So if you follow those 4 rules, that's what I want people to focus on, because I can't make it perfect. I can't guarantee you're going to find a perfect sponsor because things happen, but it really does put you in a better position. If you ignore one of those rules, then you're just like, wow, yeah, I can see why that thing went south on me. I invested with somebody that's never done it before. That's not a good idea.